Hello and welcome everyone, this is Saran, and today we are starting our epic journey in Valheim. A new update for this amazing game is coming out soon, so I thought it would be a perfect time for me to actually try it for the first time. I go into this with zero experience and knowledge, as this will become obvious in the future. I think it's the best way to experience any game, and I'm excited to learn and find out everything about Valheim with you. So we've been dropped into this forest by a giant bird just to find another bird that apparently wants to help us. He explained how this area is some sacrifice stone where I need to defeat something, but I won't bother with this right now. I started to gather some basic materials like stones and wood to start crafting some tools. When I noticed a wild deer, so I decided to try and kill it with my bare hands. However, there was few boars hiding in some bushes who started to hunt me down. I tried to fight back and defeat them in an honorable battle, but it so happens I got bested by some wild piggies. When everything got dark and quiet, I thought this would be ender for me. But haha, it's not. I'm reborn, naked and strong like never before. But dark reality struck me when I had to face my own dead body. That something is not right here. But I just got my stuff back, ate some berries, and went to have my revenge on wild boars who killed me. This time successfully, hunting, putting them down, and getting some nice meat. I was trying to find some more materials for my first tools when this wild ugly creature started sprinting towards me. I had no idea what the heck this thing is, so I started kicking and punching this monkey creature until he fell. I finally got enough wood to craft myself an axe and went to chop some more wood. When I cut it down, it seems my work wasn't done yet. I had to keep chopping it up until split it into two halves, and even then I had to smack both pieces for a bit to get my lumber. Now I could make myself some sort of weapon. It's just a club, but it's a start, if I will need to smack down more of these goblin-looking creatures. Now I think it's time for us to find a nice place to stay, as I don't think staying in this forest next to some sacrifice altar is a good idea. After running for a bit, it seems I managed to find some little plains with hills. Seems quite more suitable for camping and starting our home. And even better, I found an abandoned little shack I could call my home. I thought it would be a great idea to spruce up and repair it. Also, fix missing roof if I figure out how to place and parts correctly. But of course, I ran out of materials again and had to run back to the forest to gather more wood. I was enjoying some sweet raspberries when the freaking monkey creature appeared. I have no idea how it found me here, but I won't let him live to see another day. After I finished my chopping chores, I saw a friendly crow showing us the summoning place. I'm not sure if it's a similar sacrifice area we arrived next to, but I won't be dealing with this right now. Now I could finish my shack and I was super proud of my new home. I finally figured out that to cook food I needed fire under my cooking rack. Quite obvious, but I did not think I had to build it separately by myself. And now we have some juicy ham from these evil porkies in the forest who killed me and left my body to rot. I was ready to go to sleep in my amazing new house when apparently I need a fire next to my bed to be able to do it. So my first idea was, let's build a campfire in our house. That's surely going to do the trick, but of course I cannot do it indoors. Then I decided I will sleep outside, next to my campfire, but for that I needed more materials again. I ran back to the forest when suddenly another goblin creature appeared. I got frustrated with its existence and chased it down to beat him with my club. While I was gathering wood, more of these creatures appeared and started throwing something at me. This really pissed me off. However, there was quite few of them this time, so I ran out of a field to lure them out so I could beat them one by one. Unfortunately, I had fallen in the battle once more. I was really pissed, but I went back to get at least some wood from tree stumps in the fields so I could build my bed. But I also found some more boars. I killed 2 of them for some more delicious bacon. Now I could finally build my bed next to my campfire and get some good rest. But apparently bed needs a roof to work. At this point I was starting to get impatient and had to find a way to rest. So I moved my crafting bench, cut a hole in the roof, and tried to place campfire indoors next to it but under the sky. Nope, that also did not work. Morning has come up, I got no sleep, but I had to fix things up. I started by fixing my roof and moving the crafting bench back to the house. Another monkey creature was scouting around my house, but I ended him quite quickly. I was looking how to make a pickaxe so I could mine some rocks instead of looking for small ones on the ground, but it seems I have to improve my workbench and I have no clue how to do it for now. I decided I have to go and build my own proper house, so I might just figure out how to sleep this time. After a massive gathering spree, I even got myself over encumbered so I barely could walk, so I had to leave some of my wood behind, but I will go back to get it at some point. When I got back, I went on an angry destruction spree and tore down all the shack. It was a time to build my own amazing house. After a long and difficult object placing, I had my new base ready and done. Now finally I could sleep because I realized I could just build a torch and that should at least make my bed work. But nope, it doesn't. It needs fire. It was time to think outside of a box. If I could not place it inside or bed outside, I'll just place my campfire outside next to the wall the bed placed is. And what do you know? It worked! And I finally got some good night's sleep. After a good long nighttime sleep, I went on boar hunting to gather some food and hides. Apparently there are mushrooms in this forest and it's another food alternative I can use. While going through forest, I stumbled upon a little lake with some frog people. So obviously, I smashed their skulls in before I could see what they will do to me. These little shacks keep appearing all over the forest and fields. Even with some loot this time. Makes me wonder what happened to people who lived in them. I managed to find an amber pearl on some bedrock in the forest next to some ancient stones. Seems it might come in handy in future. After a long day of hunting and exploring, I have returned to my little hut. I decided to cook up some food before going to sleep so it would be fully ready next morning. With newfound material flint, I made myself a flint axe as it seemed better than my stone one. Got myself a bow and a spear as well. Also, I made a hoe that seems to be a useful tool for building as it has options to adjust land levels. This definitely can come in handy as my home area is really hilly. I needed a place to store my things, so I crafted myself a chest and stored all extra things I won't need right now. The day has come while I was crafting, so I didn't get any sleep, so going back to the forest for more materials seemed quite a good idea. I found a new biome, Black Forest. However, our birdie friend advised me not to go deep into it before I'm prepared and proven myself by killing some boss. But I did not take the silly goose advice and went frolicking around the new forest I found. Until I heard some strange noises, so I had to investigate. It was a skeleton, hunting and killing some animals, but it seemed it just disappeared, so I went and collected the loot from animals he killed. And right behind a corner I found another biome, the mountain, cold and snowy place. I started freezing as I clearly shouldn't be here, so I ran away like always. In one of the abandoned huts I found a beehive. I could not do much to it and it poisoned me, so yet again I had to run away. Night was falling, but I haven't finished my explorations yet, so I kept going by the river looking for more flint. I finally managed to kill my first deer, because it seemed to be trapped between me and the river. There was another monkey creature, but this time he was quite strong. Might be some different variation of it. While following the river, I reached quite a steep hill, so I climbed it just for the nice view. I explored quite a bit of my original path, always walking around in new areas I haven't seen yet. The world looked truly amazing. It seems there are so many abandoned and destroyed homes here with quite good loot inside. I finally figured out how to use my spear as a throwable weapon. I will need to try and hunt some deers with it. There are stone structures that seem to be used by these people, and even something like a small village and a farm that was located just behind a corner. Deeper in the forest, I noticed a skelly and decided to try and take him down. He seemed tough but possible to kill. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a freaking giant troll started to chase me. At first, he seemed to be preoccupied with skeletons, but after he dealt with them, he was after me, moving quite fast. He followed me all the way back to my home, but luckily, after a while, I managed to get far away from him for him to lose interest in me. Now I could calmly try out my new bow with arrows I found in the abandoned homes. After that, I went back home, expanded my storage so I could fit all the goodies I gathered in my adventures. I built a chopping block next to my crafting bench, and that apparently improved its level, so I could finally craft more stuff. First, I got some pants going, as apparently I had only a shirt on me. Then a knife that I'm not sure what I should use it for. And then I upgraded my bow, as I think it might be necessary to take down that troll. I cooked a bit more meat and went to sleep as it was getting quite late in the night. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this episode and like to follow my blind story into Valheim, you can always subscribe, like, and ring a notification bell. I will see you next time in Valheim.